Nice winter's day here in London. I am freezing my nipples off. I was trying to think of things that I wish I'd known as a teenager when I was starting out in bodybuilding. And this is something that not a lot of people talk about. People are talking about, you know, oh, should I squat as a teenage bodybuilder? And should I take whey protein? Should I take creatine? When should I take creatine? How much? And you know, they're focusing on the training and nutrition, rightly so. There are loads of videos about that. So what I wanted to talk about is spots, which are a real problem for teenagers anyway, and particularly if you're male, and particularly if you're a bodybuilder, suddenly it becomes a very real problem. When you train, your testosterone is going to go up. There's a slight dip down after training because you've kind of exerted yourself, you're tired, but then it boosts afterwards, right? And over time, as you start training, you put on lean muscle mass, your body fat goes down, you're going to have a higher output of testosterone. And that's on top of already like hormones that are going all over the place as a teenager, okay? So that can play havoc with your skin, and you could end up looking like Randall from Recess or Napoleon Dynamite. Just all kinds of spot action going on your face. And no one wants that, come on. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, if you're doing bodybuilding for aesthetic purposes and you're showing up with all kinds of zit action, you can't exactly outflex the zit action on your face. You need to deal with it. So I don't struggle with this problem anymore. I'm 24 years old and I don't have to worry about that. It's just kind of like normalized. You'll find over time your skin gets less oily. It just sort of like, you don't have to worry about it so much. But here are some tips. Number one is actually a supplement. It's a supplement called saw Palmetto. It's a herb and it's normally used by guys who are aging kind of like 40s, 50s, 60s for prostate health. To help the urinary tract. But one of the other effects of saw Palmetto is to normalise the pH of the skin and reduce the oil that your skin puts out, essentially. So what I would recommend is get some saw Palmetto caps and do 1 to 2 capsules as like a morning and evening dose. So assuming a capsule is between 320 and 500 milligrams, you're getting like between half a gram and a gram a day, roughly, morning and evening. It's also, some people tout it to boost testosterone or reduce DHT. It doesn't. All the science behind that is quite clear. It doesn't do anything for testosterone. I mean, it's a plant, it's a herb, but it has this. So it is beneficial for kind of urinary health and prostate health in older guys, but it's also good for your skin. As a teenager, I found that really helped kind of reduce a lot of the spots I was getting. Number two is wash your face, okay? I get asked this question now and again by younger guys, and one thing I ask is like, okay, what you know, you wash your face, right? And they're like, yeah, I kind of like, most guys get in the shower and it's like, psh, oh yeah, fuck it, it's done. You need to be like a little bit more thorough than that. Basically, get hold of, I'm going to get the pronunciation of this wrong, salicylic acid, something like that. I'll put it there, that stuff. Get a wash with that in it, and then use that maybe like. The problem with it is it's quite acidic. Okay, it's an acid, right? It's acidic, so it's kind of like harsh on your skin. And if you use it every day, it'll probably go dry as hell, and your skin will start peeling off your nose, and it's just like a whole other mess to worry about. So do it like 2 or 3 times a week, but it basically just like strips all the dead skin off. Because that's what getting spots is, right? Partially it's your body producing this excess oil and sebum that gets caught in your pores, and then it kind of gets trapped and it turns into a spot. And also, yeah, like having dead skin cells and stuff like that can produce spots. All these little white things by your eye called milia, which are like these tiny little balls of keratin, like the same stuff hair's made out of, that just kind of get trapped there and form a ball, and they won't go away by themselves. You have to get them like pinned out. So one way you can really help that is by getting one of these, I think it's called like an astringent wash or something, but look for that ingredient, salicylic acid. Number 3 is get one of these like pore tightening washes as well, okay? And this is one to use every day. Basically these, if your pores are small, that means all the crap that's on your face during the day, and also in the gym, you know, it's dirty and everyone's sweating and your pores are open because you're sweating. So any, you know, you rub your face after you barbell curl or whatever, you get a lot of crap on your face. So use one of these things and it just kind of like closes up the pores. And again, over time, that's one of the things that when I was like 17, 18, 19, 20, try and reduce the amount of spots that I was getting, right? Another one is, and it kind of pains me to say this because for God's sake, shouldn't be worrying about stuff like this, but yeah, if you put a moisturiser on your face, and come on, they make guys moisturisers now. I mean, it's exactly the same thing as the stuff they put in girls moisturisers, but they call it like rhino blood or Rottweiler or something.
Explosions! It's about to get a little hot in here. Boobs! Boob explosions! Salads! Just kidding! Salads are for fucking pussies!
Try and make it seem more manly. Ultimately, your skin's gonna dry out if you're washing it that much, and that in itself can cause breakouts on the skin. Put some moisturiser on after you jump out the shower, bada boom, leave it. But make sure it's not one of those oily ones. Make sure it's, I think they're called like sensitive or oil-free or something like that. Get one of those ones so it doesn't give you more spots. Because if you don't rub it in properly, that can get caught in your pores as well, and then you get even more spots. So you see, it's kind of like a minefield. I mean, a lot of being a teenager and being a bodybuilder, there are a bunch of minefields to worry about. And if this video is helpful, you know, ask and I'll do some more on, like, maybe I'll do like a series on teenage bodybuilding, because there are some things to overcome. But for now, yeah, spots, super easy to deal with. Supplement with saw Palmetto. Wash your face, in particular using one of these astringent exfoliator acidy things. That's pretty much it. Also, as a bodybuilder, your diet should be dialed in and pretty spot on. But if there's a bunch of really oily stuff and you're still, you know, trying to, if it fits your macros in, freaking chips and french fries and things like that every day, try and cut that stuff out, because it does have an effect on your skin. I'll leave links to some of those products and things like that down in the description to give it a go. I'm gonna go and put a jumper on because it's really cold. Remember to subscribe. Come here now, girl.